Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us right here on Tejano Time Podcast. Good evening to everybody out there. As you well know, we have our podcast here every Monday, 8 p.m. right here on Tejano Time, and also streaming it live on Tejano TV. So thank you so much for joining us here on this Monday evening. Got a great guest tonight on the show, and we would like to welcome her here to the How Time podcast. And she is from right here in the big city of H-Town, Houston, Texas. That's right, Celeste Escobar. Welcome to the How Time podcast.
Hi, it's so
Awesome.
nice to be here. Thank you,
We're,
Keith, for the opportunity.
For sure, for sure. Anytime. The door is always open, okay?
Thank
So
you.
we're happy to have you for sure on the show, just so we can get a little bit of your story and a little bit about you for everyone that's out there tuned into the show
Mhm.
tonight. And I know a lot of fans out there, a lot of people were asking throughout the week and whatnot. So she is here, she is live. So ask her whatever you want to ask her, comment and whatnot. We'll have some information throughout the show for you and whatnot on how you can reach out to her on her social media, look at everything
Yes.
that's up and coming and plans and all that other good stuff. So let's talk a little bit about yourself. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Celeste.
So, for those who don't know me, I'm Celeste Escobar. I'm from H Town, and I've recently been signed with Up Above Entertainment. Shout out to Marco because he's the one that's in charge of the company, and shout out to also David Olivares,
Mm-hmm.
and Carlos from Grupo Nagami because those are my mentors and they have honestly like helped me so much, and I'm just so excited to continue working with them and see where this music journey takes me. I'm so excited to start releasing music soon.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been always singing since I was young, but I've been singing publicly since the age of 8. So,
Wow, wow.
yeah.
Okay. It's the age of 8.
Mhm.
Yes. And well, congratulations as well. You just signed, like you
Yeah.
said, with Up Above Entertainment. So let me flash that up here on the screen right there, guys. Right there. Up Above Entertainment presents Celeste Escobar, new artist, guys, from right here in the city of Houston, H Town. So be on the lookout for that, and
Mhm.
remember that name as well, Up Above Entertainment. Again, backed by Mr. David Olivares, Carlos. Those are legends,
Yeah. Thank
Carlos Viegas, right? That's his last name
Mhm.
there. So yeah, great guys right there from Nagami.
Yeah.
So you're in great hands. You know what I mean with those guys. They're very
It's
talented
honestly
guys
such an honor to work with
for
them.
sure.
Hopefully I get to perform with them one day. They're so amazing.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that wouldn't. I'm sure that would happen somewhere down the line. There's no doubt about that. So, but yes, Celeste Escobar is our guest here tonight, guys, right here on Tejano Time Podcast. Feel free to ask her questions and whatnot. If it's we're going to get to some here in just a few minutes, though. We got Mr. Ricky Duran's right there tuned in as well, young fams already, and he says blessings, future music for sure. Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's see. When did you first realize when realize that music was something you wanted to do? You've been singing since you were the age of 8, which is,
Mhm.
I mean, you're very young. Don't get me wrong. I said, but still, I mean, 10 years is what are you right now? 18?
I'm 17.
17. Okay. So,
Yeah.
at 8 years old, that's 9 years, and that's
Mhm.
still, a
Yeah.
lot of experience under your
Mhm.
belt. I
It
mean,
is.
you're definitely going to get some music out pretty soon. We'll talk about that here on the show in just a
Mhm.
few minutes. But at what age did you realize that this is something that you wanted to do?
Well, I remember we were at a restaurant and I just seen like it was karaoke going on. It was this woman and I think it was her father that was playing like the piano, and I was just like just so like inspired by her. Like I don't even know who she was, but I was like just so inspired. And I just remember that I told my mom, I was like, "Mom, like can I go up and sing a song?" Because they had a TJ box where they could like Bluetooth music. And
Hmm.
my mom, that was the first ever time I actually sang. And my mom was like so nervous because she didn't know what to expect. Like she didn't know if I was going to sound good or no. Like she was scared because there was like a lot of people in the restaurant.
Hmm.
But um, I was just like, yeah, like I really want to like just give it a shot. And I remember the first song that I sang publicly was Jesus Take the Wheel by Carrie
Hmm.
Underwood.
Okay.
And I just remember once I like finished singing, like everybody was applauding. Like I got my first dollar bill from there, and I still have it.
Nice.
It's like hanging on my wall for
Framed. Yeah.
memories. Yes. And I just knew since then, like, I just love singing. And I always sing at home. My dad gets always tired. He's like, turn off the karaoke. And I'm like, no, I have to practice. But ever since then, I've loved singing, and I love performing on stage.
Yeah, I mean, and there's no doubt about that. You've just recently also come off of a performance that we'll get to here también in the show. We'll talk about that here in just a few as well. Over the weekend, you had a performance, um, Make Music Day. Yeah, so it's
Yes,
a big shout out to Jennifer Lynn también also for
yes.
organizing that great thing right there, Noche Tejana as well. Tell us about your earliest musical influences. I mean, growing up, I mean, again, you're still young, but there's a lot of talented artists out there. You did sing a song, like you said, from Carrie Underwood. Any other big influences that have impacted you?
It would definitely be Selena Quintanilla. Como la Flor was actually the first song that I learned in Spanish because my Spanish isn't that good yet.
Hmm.
Hopefully, over time, over the years, as I progress, I start to enhance my Spanish. But Como la Flor was the first ever song that inspired me that I wanted to start singing in Spanish because as my childhood, I've always sang like Whitney Houston, Carrie Underwood, as I said, um, just like the amazing like legends. Like I've always like loved singing like Vicente Fernandez too.
Okay, yes.
And I just knew that I wanted to start singing in Spanish, and Selena Quintanilla is the one who like inspired me the most to start singing in Spanish.
Wonderful, wonderful, great stuff right there. Some great
Mhm.
names. And
Yeah.
Joe Leal, saludos y bendiciones desde Chicago. Is tuned into the show.
Hello, Joe.
And Ricky says he got his first dollar bill to stop
Oh
singing.
my-
Wow, Rick.
At least I got a
Yeah,
dollar.
at least you got a dollar, right? Do you have it framed? Jojo Perez also says her hi Celeste Escobar from where is he?
Hello,
Is that
Jojo. Yes.
yeah? Oh, okay. Well, yeah. CC was that Houston, Texas? Yes, there he is. Yeah,
Mhm.
Jojo. Yes, and who else we got on here right now? It's the Ernest Garza says hi Celeste. How are you? You're amazing. H Town in the house.
Hi, Ernest. I'm doing good. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Luis Garcia también. Saludos Celeste Escobar. Saludos.
Hola.
All right, so great. We got some people tuned in there to the show tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in right here to the podcast. As the Celeste is my guest tonight, and we're going to get to know her during this hour here on Tejano Time. A lot of great questions for you, as the Celeste. As a new female artist, what has been the biggest challenge you've faced so far?
The biggest challenge that I would say that I faced so far is just probably just being like a female overall, because it's not that big of a challenge right now, like
Hmm.
in 2025, but I would say it's still like a little bit challenging because not all women get like the same treatment or like opportunities that men get to have in the
Hmm.
business.
Yeah.
But I always believe in girl power and women in this business. There, I admire a lot of women in this business, like the artists. I admire like Carol G, Becky G. Like those are amazing artists, and I always get inspired whenever they speak upon their experiences and being in the business,
Hmm.
like in the award shows, and that always like it just makes me just feel so happy knowing that they were once like in my position and they're like out there like now selling like arenas, which is like my dream.
Yes, that would be wonderful right there. Selling out arenas,
Yes.
you and many others out there, and
Yeah.
even some male artists
Mhm.
out there is
Yes.
on their in their bucket list. I mean, so,
Mhm.
but you never know what'll happen. You never know. You're young. You got a bright future ahead of you. You know, Julian Gonzalez, however you want to say it, right? Julian, what's up, my brother? He says, "Saludos. Good seeing you yesterday, Celeste." That's right. So he was out
Hello,
there
it was good
yesterday.
seeing you too.
Yes, y'all had you had a there was
I'm
a
so
video
sorry.
shoot yesterday, is what
Yes,
it
it was
was. Yeah,
amazing.
that's some awesome stuff right there. Yeah, Julian doing his thing there on the accordion, huh? Yeah, some great guys tuned into the show tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in right here to the podcast, guys. Um, so we got some video clips, también, that we're going to share here from Celeste here in just a few minutes, también. We got a lot of questions for Celeste during this hour, también. We want to get dive deeper into her background and just get to learn a little bit more about you, musical
Yes.
wise. You know what I mean? That's them.
Hmm.
Has there been a specific moment or experience that made you feel like you're on the right path?
I would say probably whenever, honestly, it's anytime I'm on stage,
Hmm.
just performing and how the audience reacts to like hearing me sing. Like I just know that this is my passion and I know I wouldn't want it like any other way. And so I'm gonna just keep going until I'm gonna
Yeah.
just keep going.
Yeah, you're gonna keep. Yeah, there's no doubt. Just keep going.
Hmm.
Keep your head up. There's a lot of doors will open for you as you continue to progress. And again, you're
Yes.
just getting started. There's a lot of artists out there that have been in your shoes,
Hmm.
and are somewhat still probably in your shoes. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
some of them,
Yes.
but you have to work hard. There's no doubt about that. It's a
Yes.
lot of work. Day in and day out and whatnot.
Yes.
But if you really want it, it's right there on the table. You just got to go get it. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yes. Anything's possible.
Oh yeah, anything is possible. God willing, anything is possible. So, how
Yeah.
are you connecting with your fan base today, and today's technology and whatnot? I mean, what keeps you going?
Mostly on TikTok and Facebook is where I'm most like socially with my fan base. I create content where I sing and I try to take like recommendations on too because I want to know what the audience likes to
Of
like what
course.
they want to hear from me, you know?
Hmm.
And um but mainly like TikTok, just taking like well, I don't get too much criticism, but just like advice,
Hmm.
it helps a lot.
Yeah. So they do. I mean, TikTok can be tough.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just a little.
Yes, they can be tough. Yes, for sure. There's
Mhm.
no doubt about that.
Mhm.
Bianca Ruiz is on the show. She says hi, Celeste.
Hi, Bianca.
Bianca Reese, another rising star right there. She's,
Yes,
I'm sure, giving you a word of advice as well.
yes, we're
She's
so
uh, she's
amazing.
been doing it for some time as well.
Hmm.
So as the experience, I mean, as the any type of advice from someone that's been doing it for a while like that is always great as well.
Yes, it was so
Uh,
nice to see her on Saturday.
yeah, awesome job right here, David Olivares as well. It says that right there. Yes,
Hello, David. Thank
and
you.
then he says, get her to sing, get her to sing. Well, we're gonna have to get her to sing. We're gonna get before the end of the show. We'll definitely you have. I'm sure you have something up your sleeve, right?
Yes,
You can do a little clip for
always.
us. Cool. There we go. We'll get her to sing, David, in here in just a short few minutes for sure. I know you guys out there that are tuning into the show want to hear her sing, so why not? And we'll let her take that. We'll let her take over the show here in just a bit. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, for sure, for sure, for sure. So, who are the key people in your support system? I know, I'm sure family is one, but you've got some great people in your corner as well that are going to keep you on your toes. There's no doubt
Mhm.
about that. So, tell us a little about who that might be.
I would say my aunt. She's always been there. I have family from farther, but I would say like mostly like my aunt, of course, my parents, my mom and my dad, but my aunts, they're so supportive. Like they've always been through this journey with me ever since I was little. They know how much this means to me,
Hmm.
and they always try to be there at every event if possible. And I would say also my mom, my dad, and they always my mom is the one who's in charge of my events, so if you want to get in contact, just go through my mom and she'll message. And my dad is the one who calls for the events as well. And I'm just so grateful to have this amazing support system. And through these events that I've been to, like Jennifer Lynn for giving me the opportunity to perform at Make
Yes.
Music Day, like just like meeting people, it's just like so I'm just so grateful to have this support.
Yes, Make My Music Day, from Jennifer Lynn. Yes, that was a
Mhm.
performance you had over the weekend. I mean, a lot of great
Yes.
people out there, who made it out to the event.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend this past weekend. Things do
Mhm.
happen, but yes,
Yes.
we were definitely going to be on the lookout for the next performance that you have. Got to
Yes.
get out there and see you out there sing as
Hmm.
well.
And it's
Uh,
an honor to have. Sorry, it's an honor to have to meet the women there, like Monica, Bianca. Uh, it was just Esmeralda. It was just so amazing to meet all those women, and Pete Espinosa. I got to meet him too. It
yes,
was just so
another
cool.
another
Yes,
legend guy or another
it was my
legendary
first
guy.
time meeting him, and it was just so honored to knowing that I have like this support from the Tejano community.
So how was that experience for you there at Make Music Day for you or Noche Tejana? With
Mhm.
Jennifer Lynn out there. So just tell us a little bit about that. I mean, after the show and whatnot. Again, you got a chance to meet a lot of people there as well.
Yes.
It's always something. Tell us a little bit about that
Well, I got
experience.
I got there really early. I was one of the
Uh,
first ones there, but I stayed until the end because I wanted to make sure that I wanted to meet like all the performers, get to talk to them a little bit after the performance, and it was just really nice. Is Esmeralda, she was giving me really good advice. She was mentioning how she used to sing, but she when she was younger, but she got out of it. And she was just like giving me like this whole advice about being like a woman in this industry, and I'm just so grateful to have like these connections. And she gave me her phone number because she wants to try to be there at my events to support, and I'm just so
awesome.
it's so amazing to have. It's just a living feeling to have, knowing I have all this support.
Yes, for sure, and advice coming from another female,
Hmm.
artist. It's amazing. You know what I mean? And again, they'll definitely give you the advice and experiences that they've had on their time doing it.
Hmm.
Which is great for you. And don't not to scare you away. I'm sure they're not telling you to scare you away from
Yeah.
it. But I mean, there's a lot of different experiences out there. Female
Hmm.
artists struggle in this industry to try to go forward. But I believe you're in great hands. You know what I mean? You're
Yes.
in great hands right now with Up Above Entertainment and whatnot.
Hmm.
So it's you're just getting started. Again, you have a great future ahead of you.
Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing. There's no doubt
Thank
about
you.
that.
I
You want to
will.
stress that. Don't give up. Don't give up. You know what
Thank
I mean?
you.
It's gonna take some hard work and sleepless nights and studio
Yes.
time
I
long. It's gonna
know.
get, but you'll get there.
But I'm
Trust
ready
me.
for it.
Yeah.
I'm so ready.
Yes, definitely. Celeste Escobar is my guest tonight, right here, guys, on Tejano Time. We got some more questions for her, but I'm going to show you guys a quick clip that we have here from a performance. Let's see if I can get it right quick. I know I have it here. Yes, yes, yes. I'm not sure. You have a couple of dancers on this stage right here is with you as well.
For Houston
Uh,
Land Fest, yes.
where was this performance at?
That was in Houston Land Fest in April.
In April.
I was there actually last year, but I was
Hmm.
performing with mariachi. So, but
Okay.
this year I changed it up a bit, and I was performing like the Hano style. And this time I brought two dancers with me to try to make like the performance cool, like just stand out.
Yeah.
And I sang Selena. I sang Duele by Elida. I'm sorry, my Spanish isn't so good.
Duele with Elida.
Duele,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Um, I sang Ana Barbara too and Emilio Navaira, and
Okay.
it was just amazing because the audience was amazing as well. I was like, échale con los gritos, and everybody was so loud. I was like,
Yeah.
yes.
They were tearing it up, huh? They were ready to roll.
Mhm.
Awesome,
Yes.
awesome, awesome. Well, check this out, guys. We're gonna put that video up here on the screen so you guys can check it out. It's a small clip, about a minute or so, but take a listen and take a look at the show that she performed at here recently in April, and let us know what you think as well. Drop your comments there for us, okay? Check it out right quick. We'll be back here in a short time.
Mala noche, recordarte enamorada, la persona equivocada, ay, entierro con mi corazón, de una tonta que se muere sin tus besos, esperando tu regreso, atrapado por tu seducción, otra noche, otro día sin tu vida, estás loca, no te olvides. Te buscaré, contigo te atraparé, maldita.
Hey, there you go. There you go. That is it right there. So that was a little short clip right there from Celeste and one of her performances there that she had in April. And we've got a couple of more though. You did do. I got one with the Wele, I believe it is as well. So we'll share that side in just a few minutes as well. And you're going to do something live for us here in a little bit, right?
Yes.
And that was a a special request there from David Olivares himself. Okay, so so tell me a little bit about what fans can expect from you in terms of new music. When do you plan, or do you have plans right now? I know you probably do. There's some things you can't talk about. We understand that, but there is plans on a single, maybe an EP.
Yes, there is plans on a single. I can't say much yet, but I would just say for fans to tune in, and I'm just so excited to share this experience on releasing my new single, and hopefully it comes out soon.
Yeah. Be on the lookout. But if again, if you guys are not following her on social media, you'll never know. All right, that's the got to
So,
follow her to keep up with everything that she's got
yes,
going on. Yeah, so
yes,
she's
on TikTok, on Instagram, and Facebook.
yes, we'll get to those handles here in just a few minutes as well, También, so you guys can get all that before we wrap up the show right there. Ernest, Garza Tejano is family, raza for life.
Yes,
Saludos. Luis Garcia says, wow, that was a nice show in Houston. Celeste, did you have fun?
yes, it was amazing. It was so
Wonderful.
fun.
Great job. Wow, awesome blessings on your musical journey right there from Marie También as well.
Thank you, Marie.
A lot of people tuned into the show, guys. Thank you so much for your comments as well. A rising artist from the city of right here in H-Town, Houston. Okay, guys, este Celeste Escobar is with us tonight, and we want to dig a little bit more into her before we get her to sing live for everybody out there. Okay, she's going to sing a piece, so don't go nowhere, guys. She's going to sing something
Stay
for us, all
tuned,
right?
guys.
So, do you have any upcoming performances scheduled anytime soon?
I do. I have one for July 19. It would actually be for the Texas Combat Sports,
Okay.
uh, for the same people who I sang the national anthem. But I think this venue will be a little bit bigger. But this time I won't be just singing the national anthem. I have like a part like for me to perform, like singing
Mm-hmm.
Tejano style. And I also have one in San Antonio, but this one's in August 31st. So there's still like months. But it's in Labor Day, and I was invited by TJ Tiger.
Okay, Tiger Maze.
Yeah,
And,
Tiger Mays, yes.
yes.
And
Okay.
so I'm just thankful for the opportunity that people reach out to me.
Yes, for sure. Anything is welcome at this time right now. You just like I said, you're just getting started, and
Hmm.
get your music out there, and just your name, pretty much,
Hmm.
out there to be known, so they can remember it. But you're in San Antonio. You're gonna be. You don't know where you're gonna be performing at just yet.
No, not yet.
But August 31st, be on the
August
lookout for that.
31st. Yes.
Yes, in the San Antonio area. So yeah, definitely, just taking it on the road, guys.
It'll be my first time performing outside of Houston.
Great, great, great. But you do a lot of performances here in Houston, here
Yes,
and
I
there and
do.
whatnot.
I do. I've been performing a lot since like the past 2 years. 2023 was actually the year where I started taking it more serious, like
Hmm.
saying like I want to do this like as a career, like I want to create my own music. I could try to write songs. I might not be the best, but I'll attempt to have some originals. And I knew that I love how I've seen myself progress from the year 2023 to now, because there's some things that I wouldn't do on stage. I'll be like mm, really, really shy, like 2023. I feel like I just love seeing how I'm progressing, and I still have things to progress right now. So I'm excited to see myself like in 10 years to see where I'm
Oh
at.
yeah, for sure, for sure. That's another question I had for you. You answered that already. We'll get to that though. Three. Well, like I said, where would you like to see yourself in 3 to 5 years? You
Three to
know.
5 years, I would like to see myself have my probably my first album, and just get to not tour like all over the place just yet. Just like start like little by little, and like
Hmm.
once I reach that like 10-year mark, hopefully by then I'll start like it will be a dream to sell like arenas and just like have my own merch, like like it that would be so cool.
Yeah, well,
Hopefully,
you'll be able. I don't know about the arena part just yet, but you'll definitely be able to have your own merch, and
yes.
within you can probably have that within the year. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Or 6 months.
Mhm.
You never know. Once you
Yes.
drop your first single, you drop your first EP. If you're going to do an album, whatever the case may be,
Mhm.
in this journey, you'll be able to do that. And for sure, anywhere you go or anywhere you perform, of course, you're going to have your little booth set up there with your merch and whatnot. So yeah,
Mhm.
you'll be able to
Yes.
accomplish that. There's no doubt about that.
Yes.
But again, work your way very, very hard. Work
Yes.
your way to
Everything
get there
takes
into
time.
bigger venues and whatnot. But opening up for other bands is what's going to get you noticed. There's no doubt
Mhm.
about that. And I'm sure that again, you got some great people behind you in your corner.
I do.
From Mr. David Olivares. Carlos también. You got some very, very talented people there that know
Yes.
the
It's an
business.
honor.
So,
Mhm.
from that point, up above entertainment también. So, yeah,
Yes.
for sure. There's no doubt. So you'll get there. You'll get there. Just time will only tell. But yeah,
Mhm.
if you guys got any questions for Celeste, feel free to ask her a question. But I'm gonna let her sing a piece right quick, or maybe a song at that. You know what I mean? So just do that for us. Whatever you have on the top of your head right now that you feel comfortable singing, go ahead. I'm gonna kick myself off the screen and let it all be you. Okay?
Mhm.
Whenever you are ready, it's all yours. Okay?
Okay.
Ladies and
This
gentlemen, Celeste Escobar.
this song is one of my most requested. Nunca pensé que algún día tú me pagarías con una traición. Tu falso amor me dejó herida del corazón. Con tus ardientes caricias y tus besos brujos me hiciste soñar. Y me dejaste recuerdos que nunca en la vida los he de olvidar.
There you go, guys. Yes. Yes, amazing voice right there. Yeah, what did y'all think? Let us know what you think. Again, she's very young. She's just getting started, but a lot more to come from Celeste Escobar. So be on the lookout for her, guys.
Yes, thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you for that. Thank you, definitely. And I'm
Thank
sure
you.
David's happy for you, too. I'm sure he's still watching out there somewhere. Saludos. That's right. So tell me a little about, and is there anybody or out there, I mean, I guess as you continue to go forward, uh, collabs. Is there anyone out there that you would like to do a collaboration with in the future, if it comes down to it?
In the future, an artist that I would like to collab with will be Carol G or like Karin Leon.
That'd be
Those
amazing. Yeah,
two,
he's doing
yes.
all kinds of stuff out there. Great guy as well. Great.
Yes.
I mean, it's just amazing.
It will be an
That would be probably the highlight of your career right there if
yeah,
that happens, right?
it would.
That's some great names right there out there in the business. So yeah, another question I had for you is that how do you envision yourself contributing or engaging with the Houston music community as you grow as an artist?
Well, hopefully, as I grow as an artist, my name will start to expand. More people will hear my music, and hopefully, uh, people will know I'm from H Town. I want to represent H Town, and like Beyonce, like she's amazing. Like every time I see her perform, her vocals,
Yeah.
she's honestly such an inspiration, and knowing that she came from H Town is just truly like admiring. And because there's talent and there's amazing talent here in H Town in Houston,
Hmm.
and I'm hoping I could be one of those artists one day that make a name for themselves.
Yes. Yeah. Work hard at it. Yes.
Mhm.
Beautiful voice, Marie says right there. Very beautiful, strong voice. She says.
Thank you, Marie.
Wonderful. Thank you for tuning in as well, Marie. We appreciate you watching the show tonight. To all our audience on Tejano TV as well, rising star right here, Celeste Escobar. You're going to be hearing a lot more, about her in the future. So, guys, be on the lookout. Remember
Yes,
that
thank
name right
you.
there, okay? La Doña Chingona is tuned in right now. She says, Saludos, Celeste Escobar. That's right.
Hola.
Yes, amazing person, right? Great person as well, también. So, saludos. Haven't
Yes,
heard from her in a minute, so she's watching the show. Thank you for tuning in.
yes. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So again, we got another clip, guys, that we want to share with you guys. It's a short clip, but we want to share it, and so you guys can get the feel for what to expect in the future from Celeste. Okay, so let's see here. Let me yeah, I'm gonna share this. Let me pull this off right quick. So guys, just hang tight. Okay, check this out right quick. This was, I believe, a performance she did over at Winters, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes.
recently. Yes. So check this out, and we're gonna be right back here in a few seconds. All right.
Voy a tratar de no llorar, tú me voy a tomar para olvidarte 3 botellas de tequila. Es como dice mi gente, duele. Ay, por Dios, cómo me duele. Mira caer de una ilusión que mostraba nuestro amor por culpa de un mal corazón. Y que se escuche.
There you have it, guys. That's right. That's another little clip there, so you get the feel for what she does on stage and with the crowd. The crowd loves it, and that's one thing that you're learning is to interact with the crowd, and that's good. There's a lot of
Yes.
artists out there that have a tough time doing that. So, and you're starting out young, so yes. So by the time you're out, you get your new album out or your EP, and you start performing and whatnot, it's gonna be a piece of cake for you. You know what I mean? All those little butterflies that you're gonna have in your stomach and whatnot are gonna be gone. It's gonna be
Yes.
routine for you, natural. Yeah, awesome. So keep that up as well.
Same.
Let's see. She says right here. So she says, I follow Celeste Escobar and believe she will be one of the great artists from H Town if she keeps her music grind.
Aw, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. So yeah, great stuff right there from La Doña Chingona. Thank you for tuning in, amiga, right here to the Tejano Time podcast. All right. So, what is the biggest lesson you've learned on your journey so far? Just starting out like that. I'm sure you've run into some obstacles or some situations. Being that you're just getting started and you're young, and any obstacles that you've come across, and how did you handle those?
Any obstacles?
Or bumps in the road, or just that maybe you decided at one point, like, you know what, you think it right over again. Is this something I really want to do? But you had time to think about it, and this is a choice that you made, and it was a great one as well. I believe. I hope.
It is. I'm not really sure about obstacles. I would say that that I had to learn a song in Spanish uh in like a week, and how Spanish isn't really my strongest lesson, and so I had to learn. I think it was 2 songs, I believe, that same week, and I was like telling my mom, I was like, "Oh my gosh, these words are just not sticking in my head." I was like, and I love this music, but I'm like, it takes me like 2 weeks to like sometimes learn a song. It depends on the genre,
Mhm.
because sometimes with mariachi I learn it more quicker. But Tejano was kind of new for me, Tejano music. But I fell in
Mhm.
love with Tejano music. It's so amazing. I guess like the tempo was a little bit different for me. It was so difficult to try to memorize the lyrics, and you have to pronounce it like
Yeah.
correctly, because I know that I've been told from my vocal teacher and family saying like that sometimes people can be like too harsh if you like even pronounce one word wrong, and they'll use that to like criticize you.
Oh
And so
yeah.
I
Yeah.
try my best to like analyze. My mom is always here to help me. She writes down the word and she tells me to repeat it, to try to say it right. I feel like that will be my biggest obstacle, is just making sure I'm pronouncing the words right.
Yeah. Yes, trust me, and there's been some artists that have recorded songs or lyrics and that were wrong, and they were released and they're hits today, and they still play that way on the radio. Not
Yes.
going to go into any name calling or anything like that, but it has happened before. Trust me. All right.
Yes.
So, but those are things from again some other artists that start out at a very young age and whatnot and do it, and there's sometimes they just don't point it out there. Everybody's, oh yeah, well it sounds great, and that's it. Well, they
Yeah.
really weren't interested in their music if that was all they got. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, it sounds great, but when other people heard that, it was like, oh wow, they ate them up and spit them out quickly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, saludos, Keith Leal. Always awesomeness on your show. Thank you. Thank you, Doña. Appreciate it. So yeah, so be on the lookout again, guys. Music is in the works. There's no date released or no release date or anything like that that we want to talk about or anything like that. But she's just recently signed with Up Above Entertainment from here in Houston. I mean, it's a matter of time before she gets into the studio and starts recording and whatnot. And there's going to be a single playing on the radio. How excited are you right now to have your first single when it does get released and when you finish recording it and whatnot, and to have it played on the radio, to hear it played on the radio, or even
I
on a digital platform at that, you know?
honestly, it's like so like if I told myself like 2 years ago saying like, oh, like Celeste, you're gonna have like you're gonna record in a professional studio, you're gonna have like David and Carlos as your mentors, like she'll be over the rooftop because like if I put myself in my position last year to now, it's just so amazing to believe. And I'm just so excited to keep growing. I am so excited to start getting in the studio. And once I start working on my release, and I will release some sneak peeks for y'all to get excited.
Yeah. Yeah, be on the lookout, guys. You're gonna get excited as soon as we get some stuff out for sure. But in the meantime, follow her on her social media platforms, guys. She's on Instagram. She's on Facebook, of course, and TikTok.
Yes.
Can't forget about that one.
Yes.
And she'll have everything that she posts on whenever she's out there doing a performance and whatnot. You recently sang the national anthem also at a boxing match as well. So that's
Yes.
huge at such a young age. There's a lot of people out there that don't get that opportunity, and they
Mhm.
dream to be out there either singing the national anthem there for a basketball game or
Mhm.
a football game at that. But you're starting out young, and a boxing match is just as great. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
you get that
Yes.
experience now. So you never know what day you might be doing it for the Houston Texans
Mhm.
someday. You know what I mean? You never know. I'm just saying.
I'm so glad to get that practice because the
For
Texas
sure.
Combat was actually my first time performing the national anthem. And so I'm like, hopefully that's practice for when I perform it for the Houston Astros.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah. That's awesome. So yeah, keep it up the great work right there. And mom's always busy right there, taking
Mhm.
calls as well for you and whatnot for performances, in and around the city here of Houston. And she's going to be on the road in San Antonio on August 31st. So be on the lookout for that as well. So we got another clip though we want to share before we get into some more questions and whatnot. We definitely want to share that. So let's see what we got here. This is a performance that a little clip here from this past weekend, Make Music Day there at what is it, Henke and Pilot
Okay.
over downtown Houston over the weekend. Okay, and that was all compliments of uh, Jennifer Lynn. Sorry about that. Tried to get it out. Jennifer, yes.
Yes,
So
I
yes,
can.
so yes, she had a great event out there this past weekend. If you guys missed it, this is what you missed. So we'll be right back. Check this out right here. Okay.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Please.
Yes, that was a little clip right there from Celeste over the weekend. Bianca Ruiz was there también, Pete Espinosa, of course yourself, but who else was there? There was another artist that you had there as well.
Post
That was
Miranda.
performing. There you go. Yeah. So that was another piece there for a little clip there that she had there, guys. So be on the lookout for her music. Now I can see you, doing a great mariachi song.
Mhm.
One original of your own as whatnot. So you never
Yes.
know. I don't know what y'all got cooking in the lab, but I could definitely see you having a powerful voice on a mariachi song. Hopefully on your EP or something like that there in the future in the works. So that definitely would do wonders for you as
Yes.
well. So
Yeah, that's where I started singing in Spanish, mariachi first.
yeah,
I
awesome, awesome.
was like, I knew I wanted to sing in Spanish.
Yeah, yeah. And you got into the Tejano as well, and but mariachi is something that you have the voice for. I can tell you that right now as well. So not
Thank
that you don't
you.
for the Tejano side, but the mariachi, you very very powerful voice.
Mhm,
So
yes.
yeah. So what do you enjoy doing when you're not doing music?
When I'm not
Just
doing
being
music,
yourself.
mm, probably just well, not music related. So probably just being with my family. I like to watch movies. I love I love going to the movie theaters. I feel like the difference between watching a movie at home and going to the movie theaters, I prefer going to the movie theaters, just having like the whole experience. And that's my mom. She enjoys to as well. And so my dad, not really, but I always drag him to come with us. I'm like, you're coming.
Yeah.
But that's what I would say. The movie theaters with my parents.
Cool. Cool.
I have
Then
two older brothers too, but one
yeah.
lives in South Korea.
Okay.
Yes,
Awesome.
I
Uh,
communicate with him every day about my music.
yeah, that's good. That's good. Very proud of you, I'm sure.
Yes, he's always supportive.
Very, very supportive. That's awesome. That is awesome to have that. Some when I was growing up, my siblings, like my brother or my sister, or whatnot, they didn't care what I did. You know what I mean? you know?
Really?
Yeah, it's terrible. My older brother's in the radio business as well, so that's a good thing.
Nice.
But it happens. Some people are different. Different. I mean,
Mhm,
families are different. Everybody's all different. But yeah, they
mhm,
didn't. It wasn't. You never got that compliment. You know what I mean, and whatnot.
mhm,
Until now, I guess later, 20 something years later, 30 years later, they're want to say congratulations to you on this and that. But
mhm.
well, where were you when I started? When I needed some support. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it happens. It happens.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what does it mean to you, or being a new artist for sure? What does it mean to you in today's music industry? Any unique challenges?
Mm, not really challenges. I would just say, well, probably since social media is used a lot, there's so many talent that you see. Like you go on TikTok, there's like one person singing, and then you keep scrolling. There's like multiple singing, and I feel like back in the
Yeah.
day, like um, whenever you would find like someone like talented, like a cover on YouTube,
Hmm.
people would be more recognized. Like people would recognize their music
Yeah.
more. Whilst now there's like so much talent. Social media helps, but it
Yeah.
also like it's kind of difficult to be heard.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And there's no doubt about that. And then it can be critical as well. I
Yeah,
mean, there's a lot
and
of critics
it
out there.
yeah, and it depends because sometimes you post a video on TikTok and one doesn't do that well, but you post another one and it gets like a lot of likes. I remember getting a specific comment saying like, "Oh my gosh, how is this not viral? Like I can't believe TikTok like they just don't push like these kinds of videos in the For You page."
Hmm.
And I was like, when I seen the comment, I was like, "Oh, it just touched my heart so much." Like knowing like a stranger took the time to comment that it just it just made my day.
Make your day, make you
I
feel
was
good.
like, "Mom,
Yes.
look what someone put on my TikTok video," but it
Yeah.
meant so much.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, and then they can be harsh. Those platforms can definitely be
Yeah,
harsh. They want you to spend the money. That's what it is. Okay,
yeah.
for one. And you don't have to do. If you can maneuver it right, if you do it the right way, you definitely don't
Mhm.
have to spend no money. Albert Miranda, hello, Celeste Escobar. Happy Monday to you.
Hello, Albert. Happy Monday.
So I am in San Antonio, Texas.
In
So
San Antonio, I'll be there.
he'll be there. She'll
Okay.
be there August
Make sure
31st.
to be there.
Yeah. Congratulations, so adorable right there. It's coming from Jada Alonso.
Thank you, Jada.
All right, we got some people tuned in as well. Thank you so much for tuning in right here. Let me. I got some on social media también that's watching right here. We got Bert Zuniga Jr. también is tuned in right there. We still got Mr. Luis Garcia, Valerie Gutierrez, Sonia Longoria, David Castañeda is tuned in as well. Saludos to all you guys that are tuned in right here to the show. We appreciate you. Bianca Ruiz también todavía. Thank you for tuning in, Bianca. It's a
Thank you for
great,
tuning
great
in.
supporter as well. So we
Yes.
appreciate her tuning into the show. La Doña también. Everybody out there that's tuned in, share the live as well. We definitely want you to share the live right now. Let's get her name out there on social media. Celeste Escobar, right here, new talent from Houston, Texas. Be on the lookout for her. She is a rising star. Soon, very soon, Up Above Entertainment presents Celeste Escobar, and she's going to be in studio to release some music very, very soon. So you guys be on the lookout for that, okay? Yeah. So where
Yes.
can they find you on? Well, you know what? Before we get to that, I got some more questions for you. Yeah. So, I mean, let's talk about a typical day for Celeste Escobar. What is a typical day for you in the world today?
Well, it's summer, so I have a lot of free time. So a typical day for me, I would wake up. Since it's summer, I wake up like at 9 or 10, and I like to walk for an hour in the morning for and then once I get out once I finish with walking, I take a shower and then I eat breakfast. And then in my room, I like to put my Bluetooth speaker, just put loud music and just
Mhm.
dance in my room.
Yeah.
And then I have my dog here. She's always running around. I play with her when I'm done dancing. Um, I like to dance. I don't think I'm that good at dancing, but I like to dance to like K-pop, uh, like choreographies. So hopefully one day if y'all see me posting like dance videos.
Hey, that'll work. That'll work for sure. Yeah, anything's
But
possible.
hmm
Anything is possible.
but my mom gets home and then I like to sing. Sometimes I practice like new songs. I practice in my room, and when my mom gets home, I'm like, Mom, look what I learned. I learned a new song, and like she just sits down, um, and she just I make sure she's listening because
Make-
sometimes 'cause it's a lot to be on social media. She's like trying to be on my like platforms to help me, and but I tell her sometimes it's okay to put the phone down and just like live in the moment,
yeah.
and and just help me like with my pronunciation in Spanish when I learn a new song in Spanish. But that's mainly my day, just mainly music and dancing and just having fun. Just
Just having fun. Yeah, and you should. You should.
yes.
There's no doubt about that.
Hmm.
We want to send well James Sister Ramon says here, good luck. Share some music. So
Thank
yeah.
you, James.
Yes, and we'll definitely. We shared some earlier in the
Yes.
show, some clips, and she sang one live during the show. You can always go back and watch that as well. Maybe she might want to sing something else before we go, but we'll let's see if she will do that for us. I'm sure she don't mind.
Yes, of course.
Raymond Ramos San Angelo is watching as well. So saludos, and there's the question right there. What's your Facebook?
My
Yeah.
Facebook is Celeste Escobar. Well, on my social media platforms and Instagram, it's at official Celeste underscore Escobar. And for Facebook, it's just Celeste Escobar. And on TikTok, it's Celeste underscore Escobar dot CE.
There you go. Give her a follow, guys, if you're out there. Go back, and you can also still watch the video and get all that stuff right there. But look
Yes.
her up. I'm sure if you look her up on Facebook, you'll be able to find her on TikTok
Hmm.
and Instagram and whatnot. But
Yes. You can just type Celeste Escobar and I'll pop up.
she'll pop up and just give her a follow because there's some great things happening with her, great things coming up in the future as well from her, and performances as well in San Antonio, August 31st. So you have to follow her page so you can know when and where, and she'll be there. So yeah, definitely. So that's going to be awesome. That's all her social media handles right there for you guys to go out there and follow her. Every artist, Celeste, faces moments of doubt. How do you push through those times, and what keeps you motivated to keep going forward?
To keep me motivated to keep moving forward is knowing that everything really just takes time. And if your dreams aren't scaring you, then they aren't big enough. And I feel like everything is scary. Like starting something new can be scary. Going back to a passion that you might have stopped is scary.
Hmm.
But that challenge can push you to mm, just push yourself, knowing what you're actually capable of doing, because you never know, like if you stop doing your passion, you never know where you could have been like in 20 years.
Yeah,
And you don't want to have that doubt in the future and be like, well, I could have been this or that.
exactly.
That's what I tell myself all the time. I'm like, I have to keep pushing like every day because I don't want to go back in the future being like, well, I never tried or I never gave it my all.
Yeah, yeah. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, and it trust me, it happens to a lot of people out there. Yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
definitely does. You missed like yeah, I should have done that. Yeah, you beat up yourself, along the way. But yeah, keep your head up. Keep going forward. Keep
Yes,
getting all the advice you can possibly get from all the legendary artists out there. Anybody that you come across
yes,
that you perform,
hmm
for at any event, that you can get some advice. Take it and run with it. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be some great stuff that you can use along the way as well as a rising
hmm
star, a
yes,
rising artist for sure. There's no doubt about that. So, do you
yes,
want to do another small piece for us? Just
yes.
one? Yeah.
I can do a mariachi since you haven't heard me sing mariachi.
Wonderful.
I'll
Yes.
do volver, volver.
There we go, guys. So be the first to share, guys. If you're watching the show right now, here's another short. Well, not short. You can sing as long as you want, but
Thank
we're
you.
only here for an hour, though, guys. All right. So,
I'll be singing for an hour. I'm just kidding.
right. Yeah. So, Celeste Escobar, right here, guys, on Tejano Time.
Y volver, volver, volver a tus brazos otra vez. Llegaría hasta donde estés y yo sé perder, quiero volver, volver, volver.
Celeste Escobar, right here from Houston, Texas, ladies and gentlemen, right here on Tejano Time Podcast. That is going to be a name you want to save and be on the lookout for. Okay, so she's
Thank
just
you.
getting started, guys. Soon, very soon. So be on the lookout for that. So you got to follow her on her social media platforms to know everything that she's got in store for her. A lot of great things in the works. So we're very proud of her. She's from right here in Houston, Texas, and she's doing wonderful things right now. And she's rising. She's all over social media. She's at events here locally in town, trying to expand and whatnot. And all that's left is to put some music out, and that's already in the works.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say thank you, Keith, for giving me the opportunity to get my name out there, to give me the opportunity to be in your podcast. I'm very grateful, and I'm thankful for everyone that's have been giving me support. I'm truly honored and so grateful that y'all are a part of my journey.
For sure, for sure. And the door is always welcome here. We're happy to have you on the show to share your story and
Yes,
everything about you with our audience out there that, us that doesn't know a little bit. Like, there we go. ACL Productions as well. Celeste Escobar. Right there, ACL. Best of luck to you, he says
thank
as well.
you, thank you.
Saludos, Mr. Alejandro Lopez there from ACL Productions to tuned into the show as well. But yes, we want to wish you the best of luck, and we're always here for anything that you need here. As to reach out, Houston's TejanoHits.com, Tejano Time Podcast. Wishes you from our team here and our staff and the radio jocks and whatnot. Wish you the best of luck, and again, we're going to support you 110%. We want to see you progress. We want to see
Thank
you grow, and we definitely want to be a part of your journey as well. So yes, best of luck to you from all our team, and of course, all our viewers and the listeners out there as well.
thank you so much. I truly appreciate it.
No problem. Well, you stay blessed and you have a great night, and we will talk to you very, very soon, Celeste.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.